Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back in again with this crazy Bomber Giant Miner deck. This is the only Giant Miner deck that you'll ever see with Bomber in the entire game, and it's got some incredible defense capabilities with this Ice Wizard and Bomber with the Tornado. So we're going to be jumping straight into some games and destroy some bridge spam players, hopefully. So we're going to go kick off the game with Skeletons in the back. We're going to see what's up against Alfredo. What is he going to be dropping, guys? We have yet to say a single card, so we're actually ended up going for Skeletons and a Miner in the safe spot in case he has the Tornado. So he's going to end up having Royal Ghost. This is making me think that it's going to be P.E.K.K.A. with Poison, Electro Wizard, and Minions. Probably exactly what it's going to be. I'm just going to go log that Royal Ghost, otherwise that does get a hit on our tower. And I don't want to mess around with that. We're going to end up going for an Ice Wizard so then the bandit walks towards that instead of dashing towards our tower. We really don't like that, and we don't like it dashing. Oh, he went in for a zap, so we knew that that could have potentially got a hit on our tower. Really did not want that to happen. If you guys did not know that interaction, if the bandit gets a couple hits off, they can actually connect to your tower if they zap in time. He did not, though. We're going to go for an Ice Spirit and use our Bomber to just destroy those Barbarians. Wow, Bomber is so good on defense against Bridge Spam. People just don't know it. I swear, it's actually pretty solid. So he's going to end up having P.E.K.K.A. I wonder if he's going to P.E.K.K.A. in the back corner or if he's going to P.E.K.K.A. in the back. Because if he P.E.K.K.A's here, we could go kite it opposite lane. But if he P.E.K.K.A's here, we can't. So, yeah, we can't kite that, unfortunately. Well played, my man. Well played. We're just going to use Skeletons to block a couple P.E.K.K.A. hits. And then I definitely want to end up going for a Bomber. And I don't think he's back to zap just yet. He's going to end up going for an Electro. We could kite that to the opposite lane, but I'm thinking that I want to end up using the Royal Ghost and the Electro Wizard and push them together so then the Bomber is able to hit everything. Because it wouldn't individually target the Royal Ghost, but since the Royal Ghost is right next to other units, it does end up dying. So that's really cool that we were able to use the Tornado to just clump everything together and just kill an individual, like, invisible unit that wouldn't have died otherwise. So we're just going to use a zap counter here with the Skeletons. He doesn't end up going for a zap, so we didn't have to log or anything. End up going for an Ice Wizard, and then the Bomber is just going to kill everything. It's crazy that this deck is actually working against a P.E.K.K.A. player, but I wanted up going for a Giant, and then I don't really care about my Giant. My Giant's not going to get damage. The main thing is it's going to be tanking for my Miner, and it's just going to give the Miner so much more extra HP that we wouldn't have had originally. I'm going to go activate King Tower here because the Royal Ghost is going to get really close to me. Let's make that happen. And then I can go in for a Bomber plus Skeletons against the spam. And I don't think he's able to win against this, guys. I think that we actually are going to win against a P.E.K.K.A. player just because Bomber is so busted on defense. I'm not even sure if it dies to poison or not. It probably does, right? Wouldn't make sense if it survived. Anyway, we're going to go for another Bomber here on defense, and we can end up going for Skeletons to protect it. And then I want to end up going in for some more spam here. So he's going to end up going for Royal Ghost. It doesn't matter to me. I can just go for Ice Wizard. And you guys are about to see how destructive this deck is when you're up. I'm able to go in for a Miner plus Giant again, and the Miner's about to get 10 million damage. So I don't know what he wants to do, guys. This is so crazy. I don't think he can win. If I go for an Ice Spear and then Skeletons, we know that the Bomber is not going to be able to break through. I can go in, or the Bandit is not able to break through. I don't know why I called that a Bomber. Anyway, we're going to end up going for Giant to go pull back to P.E.K.K.A. and then we can go for another Miner. I can go with Skeletons, Ice Spear. I think he already used a Zap. There's no way for him to break through that. And, oh my gosh, look at that Miner, dude. It's doing so much damage. I'm going to go in for the Log of Justice, and I think we win the game with just one more hit on the tower. So, or Log, whatever I want to do. Doesn't really matter. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. You guys are just about to see how Bomber, Giant, Miner is the new meta. This deck is so strong. Alright guys, so we're going to go cycle Skeletons in the back. We're going to see what's up and we're going to see what's good. This guy's giving us the cry face, so he's already in desperate times, desperate measures right now. He's going to go and cycle the Goblin Gang in the back. So looking like a bait deck, probably going to end up being either a Princess or a Mortar deck. And he's going to end up having, oh man, I think I can get this Ice Spirit down in time, maybe. Come on, Ice Spirit, load. Hey, we stun that Prince right before it gets a connection right off on a Giant. Feels great. So he's going to end up having a log bait one after we see Rascals, right? Rascals and Prince plus Princess. This looks like it's going to be just straight up log bait. He's not going to end up having a phenomenal answer to our double spells, guys. So I'm excited for the Goblin Barrel. I don't know if you are, guys, but my body is prepared. As long as he doesn't drop it right into the Bomber. Oh, he did it. That's so unfortunate because now we can't activate King Tower. It's okay, though. Live and learn. Live and learn. When you have a Bomber down, you can't do anything about it. Kind of ended up going for a Giant here. It doesn't kill my Bomber, so it feels bad for him. He's going to have to drop like a Goblin Gang or something, or he's going to use his Princess. Dude, the Bomber is still doing damage to the Prince. Oh my gosh. And then it goes off of the Giant back onto the Bomber. The Bomber is the true MVP of this game, guys. Real talk. Can just log here. I think that's a little bit further back. We're not going to mess around with it. And then the Bomber finishes it off. Dude, is Bomber new meta right now? It's actually destroying P.E.K.K.A decks and Logbait decks. This might be the thing. This might be the new wave. I love this deck. It seems so fun to play. So this guy's going to end up having a Princess. I feel like the only deck that we could have trouble against is like the Sparky Hunter one. That's probably like the only thing. It's because you don't have any way of resetting the Sparky. End up going in for a Miner here on top of the Princess, and I think this matchup is completely in our favor. There's really no way for him to break through. We have double spells, we have Miner for chip damage, and we have a great way of tanking for our Bomber with our Skeletons, our Ice Spirit, our Giant. I mean, this is just phenomenal. Let's go in for a log here. We know that's really far back, so we could activate King Tower, I think. So if you guys can identify that the Goblin Barrel is that far back, don't use anything besides Skeletons, and then you're able to pull to the King Tower, as you guys just saw. And that makes him cry a little bit more. He was already sad in this game. He's already sad going into this game, but we made him an incorrigibly sad panda here. So I feel bad about this a bit. I know this is kind of classifying as cyberbullying at this point. I have matchup. I activate King Tower without using my Tornado for a +2 Elixir trade. Like, everything is going well. There isn't a single thing that did go our way so far. Miner is going to get on top of the tower. Okay, so our first thing that did not go our way is him guessing Miner, but that was pretty well played on your end, man. We'll give it to you. We just need to keep going in for Giant Miners. We want the Giant to tank for our Miner, and that's how we're going to be working with this. That's also pretty far back, so we're just going to use Skeletons again. We're going to use our Giant, have our Giant tank, and then we're going to go in for a Miner. And we can go Tornado everything in front, and then log. Because he's going to go drop Goblin Gang, and we want to make sure it's as far away from our Miner as possible. And then the log should be able to come through. Miner is going to be able to finish off the game. If not, the Bomber is going to splash him. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your GC. MB, what's up, my man? What are you going to be dropping for us today? We're going to end up going for an Ice Wizard in the back. Unfortunately, not in the same lane as the Mega Minion, so I'm a little bit of a sad panda, but I can end up dropping an Ice Spirit on defense, so it will not get a hit on my tower. And I want to end up going Bomber in case he Miners or something. So he's going to end up having Dark Prince, and he's going to end up having Mega Minion. This is looking like a Golem deck, guys. It's definitely looking like a Golem deck. And I can't make that Dark Prince go to my King Tower, so let's just go in for a Miner. It would just be too much Elixir, too much damage. Can't let that happen. So this dude is going to end up going in for Barbarial. This is most certainly going to be Golem, guys. And I can't do anything right now. I need to wait. What? You don't have Golem, you have Sparky. Alright, well this is going to be Sparky Goblin Giant. I have to go opposite lane pronto. Unfortunately, the Ice Wizard is just going to die here. I don't have Zap to reset. He's going to end up having Hunter. Guys, this is not going so well for me. And spoiler alert, I might lose this game. I have to end up going for a Bomber here, and then end up going for a Miner, a Skeleton Surround right on top of the Sparky. Okay, Sparky is going to end up shooting one Skeleton, and then it's going to end up targeting my Miner, so then I can go Ice Wizard to kill that Mega Minion. So we actually defended that. That Skeleton Surround was pretty awesome, not going to lie. That felt good. But how am I going to win a game when he's got Hunter to just kill my Giant, and I don't have a great way of pushing into him because he's just going to end up having Sparky. I have no way of resetting it. This will be an interesting game, guys. Let's see how we can make this work for us. We have to go for a log so then the Bomber's able to get on top. Maybe I'm able to go in for, like, I was assuming that would stay alive. It didn't. So we're a little bit of a sad panda right now. I assume he's going to Sparky, right? So let's Giant. He's going to Sparky on this side. He didn't. Okay. Alright, never mind. We're just sad pandas. He's going to go Hunter, so let's go in for Ice Spirit, Ice Wizard. Hunter should die now. Maybe we can cycle back to another Giant. That's what I'm thinking we need to do. We need to keep the Skeletons first round. Maybe this is able to work. Ice Wizard can't die yet. You can't die today, sir. You need to survive a little bit longer. We need you in this game. Unless you, if you leave me, I just lose. So you can't do it. It's not allowed. So we have to log this. Should be able to kill the Spear Goblins. And the Sparky. Let's go. Alright, so somehow, some way, we are still alive, guys. No big deal. So that was a really nice timing. If you guys noticed that Ice Spirit fully countering the Hunter. I don't know if I can win this game, but we're going to keep applying aggression. End up going for another Ice Wizard here, trying to Tornado everything backward, I believe is going to be the best bet. And then Ice Spirit. Bomber. Let's go for a skeletons round here. Log this back. ISOs are here. Guys, this is not easy. I don't know if I can pull it off. I'm trying my hardest though, sir. Don't do me dirty. Oh no, that bomber's just gonna be sacrificed, not for the greater good. Just gone from this earth right now. So this is probably one of the harder matchups for sure. I think I've lost now because there's no way for me to be able to kill that, right? Yeah, GG, man. Yeah, he's got the lightning sauce. So this is one of the few matchups that I feel is like borderline impossible, but we showed a template to try your hardest, and I could maybe pull it off if I had my bomber survive in a couple other situations where it just simply died. But yeah, it was a very fun game. It was probably the hardest matchup possible since you don't have any way of resetting the Sparky. We tried our hardest. We almost won. Let's move on to the next one. So Coco from Ad Gloriam. This guy's actually going to be from a pretty good clan, so we have to focus up and win this. Go for a miner here. This guy's going to go for Ice Golem. He's going to block me, man. He's going to block my aspirations in life. I'm just trying to get a little bit of damage, but he's saying no. And he's going to end up going for minions. So he's already dropping 5 elixir. I've dropped 6, so I'm down 1. So he should be dropping something. He's leaking a bit. I'm just going to end up going for skeletons here, and then I actually have to go in for my bomber. We're going to have that go in the right-hand lane, so then we're able to make a pretty big push here if I want to. I could go for a giant and then a miner right on top of the musketeer. It's looking like a balloon deck where I don't even know what this is, dude. It's looking like balloon, right? I could just wait. I think that the bomber might get some damage on top of the musketeer, so then I just can log it or let it go. Alright. So when I go for Ice Spirit here, so the Rammer Miner is slowed down. And then we can just go for a tornado now. Activate that King Tower. So definitely not the best start for us. I had really wished that the Ice Spirit would stop it, but it was raged up, so... You know, sometimes you don't get what you want if the rage just comes through and ruins the interaction for you. But we'll try to bounce back, guys. So he's got Musketeer, Lumberjack. We have activated King Tower. That's really good for me. I end up going for my Giant now. And he's going to spam me a bit, so I can just use my Skeletons, and that's going to be able to kill it. That bandit is not getting damage on anything. So you're going to end up having Lumberjack as well, right? So we want a Bomber here. We're going to Barb Barrel, so we want Ice Spirit on top of the Barbarian. Want to end up going for Log, Ice Spirit, kill that Barbarian really quickly. Maybe get some Bomber damage on top of your tower. Maybe get some extra Giant Sauce. And that Giant Sauce is real. So we're going to go for Skeletons, Ice Wizard here. Use our Tornado if we need to. But I think that that Ice Wizard plus the King Tower activation is all we need. All we need, boys. Simple life, simple wins. Let's go for another Giant here. And I can go for a miner. This time I'm not going to be able to hit what I need it to. I need to kill like a musketeer, but the miner is just focused on damage now. So I'm going to play a little bit more greedy. Hopefully I don't get punished for it, guys. We go for skeletons here as well. And it looks like we might be able to win this one, actually. I'm going to go in for a giant right in front. I'm going to save up some elixir now. I'm not going to spend too much. I think this giant is going to die, but I just wanted to bait out some elixir from him. Baited out another Ice Golem, trying to keep our Musketeer alive. He's trying to keep the Muskie alive even longer. And a Skeletons, Ice Spirit, and then I think we have to end up going in for a pretty defensive mechanism here with like an Ice Wizard Bomber. Man, that Lumberjack is putting in some love on our tower, isn't it? That was way too much damage for him. That's just crazy how overpowered Lumberjack is, man. Just go for a miner here. See if he Lumberjacks or something. No, he's going to go spam me a bit. Bomber comes down. I think the Bomber is able to kill that, right? We need to go in for an Ice Wizard here. And then we can miner. Guys, I think that defense was pretty hard for me to pull off. Like, if I go in for a log on top of the Musketeer, it should die, giving me a couple extra miner hits. I need one more. That's still not enough, man. Log does 84. Oh, no. Ice Wizard comes through with the clutch hit. And I think we got him, Chief. All I need to do is go in for a Log of Justice. You know what? We're going to log here just to make sure he doesn't take it. I'd rather be safe rather than sorry, man. So let's make sure we win the W with the miner hit and then log. I'm just a big believer in defending first if you know that you can win the game afterward. And pleasure playing against you. GG, man.